In the 21st century, the Silk Road is travelled by cars and trucks, driving locally through Xinjiang. But in past centuries, it was alive with travellers from every part of the world. Cities grew up in the desert to service the traders and adventurers. In recent years, archaeologists have been astounded to find that these cities were once culturally rich and diverse, places in which every language was spoken. Today, Gaochang is a forgotten outpost in the middle of the Gobi Desert. But it was its location in the very heart of Central Asia that made it such a vital pulse point for so many cultures for so many hundreds of years. Manuscripts have been found here in 16 different languages, with 24 different scripts, including Tibetan, Sanskrit, Estrangelo. All sorts of different religions were practiced here: Muslim, Buddhism, Christianity, even Hindu. This place must have been incredibly cosmopolitan, part of an entire river of commerce that flowed through the desert. That cultural river has all but dried up now, and where once hundreds of cultures existed here, today there are less than 10. Of those remaining, perhaps the most unique are the Kazak of northern Xinjiang. Traditionally, the Kazakhs knew no borders. A nomadic people, they wandered the mountains of northern Asia from modern Russia to eastern Mongolia. While many of the Kazakh people of Xinjiang are now settled, further north, many still follow a semi-nomadic way of life. Those that have settled did so either forcibly during the Chinese Cultural Revolution in the 60s, or simply because they've been attracted by the prospect of an easier life. Guli is 24. She was born 15 years after her parents settled down here in Baiyangou in 1962. But in many ways their life is not unlike the nomadic existence they left behind. Her mother still weaves felt rugs from goat hair, and the room layout is not unlike the yurt tents in which she spent her early life. As I settled down to a cup of yak-butter tea, cheese curd and bread, not for the first time on this journey, I was struck by the extraordinary generosity of people I have met. My initiation into their family was by way of Guli's brother's wedding video. And as I watched it, thousands of miles from home, I'm reminded once again that the cultures of the world are not so different, really. Many Kazakhs have accepted the houses and televisions of the modern world, but they retain a strong sense of their own traditions, and so far they have succeeded in bridging the two worlds. Here in Baiyangou Valley, their principal source of income is from Han tourists, who travel thousands of miles to spend a night in a yurt tent and ride horses through the mountains during the day. For the Han Chinese, this pure, wild land is priceless. And increasingly, many of them are taking holidays from the sterile reality of modern life to taste the eternal pleasures of the remotest regions of their country. As my Kazakh friends prepare for a game of polo, using a dead sheep instead of a ball, I am conscious of how culturally diverse China still remains today. One can only hope that the Chinese recognize the immense value of that diversity.